the wheelchair DVD shows you what you can do. It concentrates on can, not cannot. And I think that is really important.
The benefits that we're aware of from the service users is they find it a lot easier to understand the information because they can actually see somebody actually using the chair or see somebody actually going up and down a curb, and that's easier to understand rather than a series of drawings in a book that people don't understand what's going on and it's quite difficult to follow.
I think it's a lot more practical and a lot better a tool to use than just actually reading a book.
Well, the idea behind the DVD was we'd had feedback from some service users that they got all this information but basically it never came out of the packet. Like with any device that you get, whether it's a washing machine or a TV, you only actually read the instructions after you can't find how to do something or you're unsure. So the idea was to bring the information more up to date, make it more interactive so that people could access it and visually see how to open and close a wheelchair, how to, what to do with cleaning the wheelchair, and that would make it easier for people to understand what was happening. The DVD is quite generic, so the basic principles would apply to most wheelchairs. The intention is that it's a beginner's guide to using an NHS wheelchair. If there is something that's more specific and it's a very high active user, then it may not cover them and they may need further training and advice. But in general, it would cover the majority of our manual wheelchairs.
I mean, one of the first things that we did, we involved our communications team at the hospital and they organised to do a press conference, and we've actually got it in all the local newspapers about the DVDs, where they could access them and everything, which I think is very useful because it's not just about service users and care, it's about the general public as well. People who purchase private wheelchairs can also find this very useful.
The videos are being used on a national level. So there's links to the YouTube clips via the National Wheelchair Managers websites. We've also had all the videos distributed across the Yorkshire and Humber region, so every single service has got access to them. And we have inquiries regularly from other wheelchair services across the country just asking if they can use the link too. So it's a resource that anybody across the country can actually use, and obviously it's free, it's on YouTube, so there's no copyrights or any problems with anybody else using it.
First of all, they can see it in use, so they can see the words translated into action. Secondly, they can always go back on a part of the DVD. It's visual as well as spoken, and so anybody can use that DVD and know exactly what they need. I really do think the critical part for any wheelchair user is curbs and unfriendly surfaces, But how you translate that into words for people is very difficult, isn't it? At least I think it is. And for it to have real meaning, you watch that DVD and you can see what it means. So I think, your new wheelchair user, they need the manual that comes with the chair because they need to know how to look after the chair properly. But they also need the DVD so that they can watch it, go back to it, and especially the carer, the pusher, can see. And it's the curbs that's the big problem.
So we found it as a way of getting information across in an accessible format that people are using on a daily basis, as YouTube tends to be now commonly used across all age groups.